Good day and welcome to the wild world of Mount Dora, Florida. Here we have a sleeping antelope. We don't want to disturb it. It's very peaceful and no, that doesn't feel like an antelope. I don't know what that is. Antelopes can jump at 30 feet per second. They're very quick and they're a very lively species, so they've also got fangs that poke out and they're very dangerous, you know, you don't want to, they can get you with that big pointy, they're terrifying actually, so I'm very glad that I don't think it's an antelope, I don't. My brother was fighting an antelope one time and he got bit and he died actually, so, oh wait, no. He didn't die. He just had a little scratch. Oh wait, no, it wasn't a scratch. He fell. He tripped over it because it was a bench. That was the word. That's what I was looking for. It's a bench. Yeah, not an antelope.
So, how did you join Wildman?
Well, you know, it's funny you should ask that. I thought the plot was really solid, and you know, I really loved how at the end. He was actually still dreaming, or was he? We don't know.
So, when they say Wildman is an awesome show, how does that make you feel?
Well, I would say that Skittles are not as good as M&M's. No, not at all. Definitely not. Good day. My name is Wildman. I used to work at a small retail store, but then they fired me because I kept throwing things at the customers, and they said that was not alright. Although, in my opinion, if an angry customer comes up to you in the wild, you should always throw things at them, because then they'll go away. A lot of people wonder why I have this here bandana on my shoulder. A lot of people think it's because I'm part of a black gang, which is partly true. It's actually because I killed a bandit and took his bandana. He was robbing a bank or something. No, actually, I think it was just a guy wearing a bandana. I thought he was a bandit though. It was very, you know, it's confusing because you always think, you know, people wearing bandanas, they're obviously robbing a bank. As some famous person once said, I saw two paths and I picked the one less traveled. Let's go this way. All right, here we have some moss, very mossy. These leaves are actually imported from France. They're very rare. See, you can tell because of the hole in the leaf. See, there's a little hole. Yeah, it's very, very rare. This here is a pipe. Actually leads all the way out into the ocean, as you can see there. It's very. Oh no, that's a log. That's appears to be a log. I was wrong. This here is a very famous Florida palm tree. You can tell because you can put your palm on it. That's why they call it a palm tree. See, fit actually both palms, and then you could probably fit some more palms, depending on the size of the palm on this here tree.
When you go into the wild and you have to eat something, do you actually like the taste?
Well, I would say that The Ugly Duckling is really a moving story. I think it really shows compassion, and yes, blue is my favorite color. Thank you for asking. These here are the Chicopee walnuts. They're very good for protein, very good to eat. You know, the Indians used to eat these all the time, and it's an old Indian tradition that, well, Native American, I suppose you would say, but it's their tradition that, you know, when you're done eating the nuts, then you throw them over your shoulder. It's a good old tradition, you know. It's good food for lots of different species, you know, alligators, crocodiles, squirrels, some species of possum, just lots of things left. Yeah. This water here is infested with porpoises. Wild, gnarly porpoises. You know, the ones with the big horns out the front. No, wait. It's not a porpoise. Yeah. Well, anyway, the way the porpoises got their horns is actually they were they saw a unicorn one day. This is how the legend goes. They saw a unicorn and they ate the unicorn, and all of a sudden the unicorn horn just went right out the top of that porpoise. That's why they called it porpoise, because he ate the unicorn on purpose. These here are nature's bumper cars. They're actually called bumper bugs because you can see they bump into each other, and yeah, that's pretty much all they do. They're pretty useless. Every winter these alligators migrate south. It's a very ancient mating ritual. One alligator will actually stand on top of the other alligator, and they'll make kind of an alligator pillar almost to attract the mates. And whoever can make the highest alligator pillar usually wins. Of course, the loser, usually the pillar topples over and it's all very muddy, and someone usually dies. It's pretty tragic. So this here is the only source of housing for miles around. People here would come up in this tree and they'd stay here for months, you know, really, because, you know, there's no civilization out here whatsoever. I mean, people haven't developed out here in 100 years, you know. Nothing is around here at all. So, completely undisturbed by human activity. Very sacred ground. I am Wild Man. Everything here is wild. The whole world is wild. It is all my playground of wildness. It's very wild and wild. I was born in the deep recesses of Colombia. These are what we would make our curtains out of. They're very, very sturdy, impossible to break.
When you see an alligator, is your natural instinct to catch it, or are you just pretending to do that because you're on a TV show?
Yes, tastes like chicken.
They say you are bald. Is that why you always wear your hat?
No, actually, the reason for that is when I was a child, I lost my shovel and pail at the beach, and I vowed never again to lose something so precious. Ah, thank God. A restroom. I've been waiting to go for the past 5 hours. Wait a second. See, it's not a restroom. Now this is a very rare sight up here. This here is a leprechaun box, where all the leprechauns live after they've collected their pots of gold. It's basically like the villages, but for leprechauns. Everything out here is so peaceful, so wonderful, just so... My friends! Wow! These trees were my friends when I was growing up, but now they'll be turned into paper and toilet paper and paper towels and notebook paper and other paper products.
So, I see that you have a bandana on your arm. What does that signify?
Absolutely. Yes.
When you see a boat come by, do you think, oh no, it's polluting the water with their oil? Or do you think, man, I wish I had one of those?
Well, I think that the biggest problem with NASCAR today is they always turn left, you know? Should be more like Formula One, where every once in a while, you know, they take a right. And to take a right in NASCAR, they're doing it wrong. This is what happened a few years ago in the classic Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson accident. He was very, very put down because his pet gerbil Squishy had just died, which is an odd name for a hamster, but he was so sad. He got down on his knees and he just hugged this tree. He hugged it and he was so sad, and then he got up and I mean, he literally just squeezed the tree so much that it just kind of made this little formation there.
So if you could pick one superhero, who would you be?
I would think that grasshoppers would definitely be the answer to that question. Look, a wild duck. Donald. I've been chasing him for years now. Watch as I capture this wild duck. They're rather quick. It's always important to pick up your pup. You don't want to leave your old man out here. It's can be a very dangerous place to leave an old. Oh, that says pick up the poop. Crikey. That there is Leonardo, one of the many fighting turtles we have here. Very vicious and aggressive. He sometimes has swords on his back, but he appears to have left his swords at home today. This here is very natural fish bait. See how it kind of looks like a fish? Natural fish shape, but without the tail. Fish are very attracted to this. If I throw this into the water, the fish will come running, and that's when I get him. Doesn't seem to be any biting today.
Were you at the club last night?
Yes. I do think that turkeys are a superior species to chickens.
Wait, were you that guy who kicked that girl in the face?
No, absolutely not. No, I don't think that the oil spill was completely their fault. No.
Wait, you were that guy. She got unconscious and now she's in the hospital.
It's really tragic. I think Kennedy's death, really was a tragic day for all of America.
You are him. All right, you know what? I'm calling the cops.
Okay. Yes. I think you should.
Hello, 911. Yeah, I think we got the wild man here. Yeah, he's here.
I'm not
We're at
really...
the lighthouse.
No, I'm sorry. This interview's done.
Okay, hurry. Wild man, come here. Wild man.
Don't know you. Go away.
Get back here.
I was framed. I promise. They'll never get me. I'm the wild man. They won't keep me locked up here for long. Crikey.